everyone, to the BTV Weekly ROMcast. I am Oddsmith311. Joined with me, as always, by the lovely crew of Felix and Loom.
Hi.
And Evil Penguin Gaming.
Yo.
Alright, how's everybody doing tonight? Sorry about the late start, that's on me. I passed out like a little girl in front of the TV.
I'm great,
Okay.
But glad everybody's doing okay, and we've had another pretty standard week. I think nothing too out of the ordinary. We'll get into all the goodies that happened, but I think overall I had a pretty smooth week. I know my stream went off pretty well. I know Evil Penguins went off hilariously, which we'll talk about that. Felix, I did see. I was in there one night when you played. Well, we'll get into it. Before we get rolling, though, I just want to remind everybody to check us out at BananaROMaTV.com, our home on the intronets, where you can find links to all of our social media, including Facebook, at where you can find us at Facebook.com/BananaROMaTelevision, Twitter at Twitter.com/BananaROMa_TV. You can also find us on YouTube. If you search Control Freaks, you can find our channel. We're usually one of the first to pop up at the top. Check that out and give us a subscribe. We're real close to getting our personal URL, and it would be so awesome to not have to go through the whole list of instructions anymore.
True.
But it be what it be. And last but not least, we have the blog open again. And right now, if you go to once again, BananaROMaTV.com, you can find a direct link, or it's at I hope I don't say this backwards. I always get it. Is it BananaROMa TV?
I think it's wordpress.bananaromatv.com.
Okay, wordpress.bananaromatv.com. You can find one of the newest things on there is the first edition of Insomniac Hours Presents, which is I'll talk about that a little more when we get to the Insomniac Hours stream. But it's pretty much a blog I'm doing every month for the games I play. Just a fun little, here's what it is, here's why I'm playing it, here's what I thought about it kind of thing. Which of course God of War 3 will be the first one. So yeah, we got the blog and we got other stuff coming on now. We're talking about doing something for monthly for Patreon, or rather for our Patreon users or followers, so people can see what we're using our money for and kind of keep everybody in the loop with all that, because we do appreciate everybody's support gratefully. But with all that good stuff out of the way, let's jump right into it. This weekend at BTV programming, gentlemen, I trust everything went swimmingly for the most part.
Yeah.
Far as I know, yeah.
No issues.
As always, kicking off the week, we had Mother 3.
Mother 3. There were 2 episodes that went off this week for whatever reason, but we'll just let it go. Mother 3 Chapter 4 finished. That was good time. And then Mother 3 Chapter 5 started naturally.
Snap.
And here's a description I wrote. Now that Duster Kumatora are back in the group, it's time to explore the Dragon Islands and whoop some Chimera butt. And that's what happened. So at this point, the beginning of Chapter 5, you have your party together, your whole party together for, I don't know, the first time, I guess. Or you're reunited to begin your crazy adventure. And
Reunited.
So it's good. It's good. In this episode, featuring different chimeras, Australophants, dogfish, cattle snakes. Oh wait, deadly cattle snakes.
Cattle
chicken.
snakes?
Cattle snake.
Okay, I just want to make sure I heard you right. You said an Australophant?
Australophants. It's like
Nice.
an ostrich and an elephant.
What the?
Definitely not 2 animals I would think to combine. Although, I don't know, I guess a really big, fast ostrich would be kind of...
It's scary. It's one of the... we've spent some time grinding and fighting those guys because they're tough, but they give a lot of EXP. So yeah, that was Mother 3. It's good. It's good time.
And once again, illustrates why you should check out that line of games along with Earthbound if you've never played it, because they have some of the most off the wall characters and enemies and stuff. It's so fun. It's the best of RPG mixed with
Absurdism.
yeah, whatever you want to call it. It's a good time.
And then it's after that show.
Let's see. After that show, we had Until Dawn.
How did that go?
Oh, Until Dawn. We worked through the next 2 hours. And I can confirm that not everyone stayed alive.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Felix, did you die again?
There is a way to keep everybody alive in that game. I do plan on doing it again because I am determined to keep everyone alive eventually.
I want to know who died. I guess I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, you will. Because I know you were with me for the first episode, and yeah, I'm quite happy. I mean, it sounds weird saying I'm happy about somebody dying, but in the video game, I was quite thrilled when this individual bit the dust.
That's still pretty ominous, considering that you name all the characters after all of us.
No, not Until Dawn.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was... Never mind, that's Final Fantasy.
That's gonna be something for next season.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, man, that's not... Okay.
No.
I haven't actually seen that one yet. I haven't seen the episode. This was week 3, right?
No, this is only week 2.
Okay. I know it hadn't been going real long.
No, the first week 1 was like about an hour and a half or so. Week 2 was only like 50-some minutes. It's not a long game.
No, but it sounds very appropriate for the October Halloween season.
Hashtag scary games
Season.
At some point before the end of the month over with, I'm going to stream Dead Space for a while. Even if it's just one night. Just so I can scare the shit out of myself. I'll bring it up on the big screen TV so I can make it scarier. That game, dude, I ain't gonna lie to you, that game terrifies me. I mean, I like it. It's a good terrify, but it's like, even after playing through it 14 times, in a row on, actually, it really was like 4 times in a row I think I played it, because that's a New Game Plus. I mean, you get used to it after a while, and you start knowing where everything's at. But you go away from it for a couple of years. I played it a little while ago. I'm like, oh my god, and where's everything? I'm gonna get killed. I mean, Doom can be freaky, but it doesn't touch... It's not that kind of freaky. This is...
Alright, I just looked at Until Dawn, and I found out who died.
Dun, dun, dun.
I feel like I called that one.
I think you might have.
I knew it was gonna... I had a feeling.
Was it Glenn?
No, it wasn't Glenn or Craig.
It was the one who, the sinful one. They always go first.
No. Gotta keep up with those horror movie tropes.
Oh, right.
And so, like, Control Freaks this week, we beat Bandicoot, if I remember correctly.
We actually did, yes. We fought Cortex. That was a very, I don't know, uninspiring fight. Uninspired.
Lackluster.
It was lackluster, for sure.
Well, after
But
such
then
a...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just gonna say, after such an involved game, I was just expecting something a little more... I don't know.
I want to say it was literally the easiest thing since the first 5 levels.
Yeah. Because wasn't it just a race or something? Like, or an obstacle?
Pretty much, yeah. I think you have to avoid hitting objects and then just get close enough to him to be able to spin and hurt him.
Yeah, that's worth checking out. 'Cause I think our reactions to that were pretty hilarious. 'Cause you're just waiting for the next shoe to drop, and all of a sudden it's like, oh,
Yeah, you kind of like don't even believe it was over.
it's like I guess we're done. Yeah, like
You're waiting for it to be like Donkey Kong Country, where the credits start playing,
yes.
and then the boss fight continues. But it doesn't. But then we started Yoshi's Island too, and that's a really cool looking game. Or Yoshi's Island. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Which I had never played up until we played it on there. I don't know why I never played it. I don't, it wasn't like I was against it, but
I've never played it.
it's cool. It was a cool game. I like I said, the baby crying gets on your nerves, but I mean, it is what it is. So
it's like they take Mario and they turn it on its head. It's almost kind of like what they did with this Super Mario. What is it? Lost Levels.
yes.
Ugh.
It's not as like painful as that game, but it's like they took the core Mario mechanics and just did a lot of crazy stuff with it.
Yeah, 'cause you're really playing as Yoshi.
Yeah.
I guess it's Yoshi. I don't remember the exact storyline. I can't remember if it was Yoshi or one of his ancestors or whatever, but
I don't know. Baby Mario falls from the sky, and the Yoshis decide to team up and take him somewhere. I don't know.
what they did with that this series does best, and is they were able to breathe fresh life into the mechanics and stuff you use, but also retain a lot of what made the other games familiar. So you still felt like you're playing a Mario game, but it wasn't necessarily the same thing as Super Mario World. There were different mechanics to use.
Yeah. In Super Mario World, the Yoshis don't have the like long jump, right?
Not the first one, no.
No, and I think in Yoshi's Island, if you hold jump, you kind of like you get this little, you like float for a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a little extra oomph that they throw in there.
Kind of like Princess in Mario 2.
A little bit like
Yeah. The greatest character in the Luigi and the Princess, man, you can't go wrong.
Oh yeah.
able to leap whole levels with a single bound.
No kidding. I would always play as the princess. You just
Me too.
makes a ton of stuff easier in that game.
Just go sailing over everything. It's like, this would probably be fun.
Worse to fight enemies when you can just float over them.
That's what I'm saying. They're all looking up in her dress. It's like, but they don't know what the hell's happening. They just see some, I don't know.
They're just distracted.
No wonder she was called Peach.
There you go. The mystery has been solved. Yeah. Mario and the Giant Peach.
Well.
Okay, now we're just getting to... Alright.
Yeah.
The point is, you should go watch it because it's funny. Once again, I never played it, and I don't think I did as bad at that game off the bat as I picked that one up a little faster, I think. It has been a while. That one was more... that's just a 2D, side-scroller. That had to be one of the, later... one of the last games they put out, right? For SNES? I feel like it came quite a bit later.
I'm not sure. Let's see. I think at some point it actually came bundled with the Super Nintendo. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island came out in 1995. So I would say that's probably pretty late.
Yeah, that's way later than the first one.
Kind of a nice, Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it makes use of the Super FX2 graphics chip to render 3D.
I could see that. It did have pretty nice graphics. They almost had a cartoonish feel to them, but they were good for what they were.
For the time.
Yeah.
Oh, they still look pretty good.
I think the Super Nintendo, man. You go back and look at Chrono Trigger. I mean, there's some games that look pretty old school.
Oh, Chrono Trigger's beautiful.
Oh yeah, they had pretty good graphics for the time. Or they had them after a while. Then, then they moved on to the 64, which I completely missed out on. But that's a whole other discussion.
Whole other thing.
I'm looking at we got a pretty interesting spread of games going for BTV Presents right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mother 3, and then you got Until Dawn. It's like, and then you got Control Freaks with Mario. It's like the best of all worlds.
It is. Nice lineup. Then we have, Lego Marvel Superheroes?
Part 2, yes.
Oh, nice.
I got through the first 4 levels of that this week. Airing is my original playthrough, so there are parts in it where it's a really good thing that I didn't have a microphone on because I got stuck. And it's like once I figured it out, it was like, well, that was really stupid of me.
Yeah, those games
Especially,
do that to you.
I'm telling you, wait until you see that Inhumans level. Oh my god, it's like at least 10 minutes I'm stuck in the same spot.
That makes me nervous. That's why I had to send out scouts first before I played it. Let's see. My nephew actually just bought that game on Xbox, and I was watching him play a little bit the other night. It does look really cool. I'm like, man, I'm going to get this eventually.
Oh, it's so much fun. But speaking of Legos, DC Supervillains comes out on Tuesday.
Nice.
Oh my god, it's here already.
It is here already. I've got the pre-order in. I've got the theme up on my PS4. Super excited.
That's awesome.
I'm just wondering, like, at this point, how big this game's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be massive. It has to be.
Look at me, after playing through the first Lego Marvel Superheroes and doing the free play, I'm like, God, this is one of the older games, and this game is pretty,
Yeah.
Ugh. Did you ever 100% the second one?
No, the only one I 100%ed was Avengers.
Okay.
That game's so much fun.
That was pretty good.
That's what I'm hoping that DC Supervillains is going to be the same way with the hubs. Because what I would like to see a hub, obviously, for Gotham and Metropolis. And then, give me a few smaller hubs. Like, give me Gorilla City.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the inside of Arkham Asylum,
Star Labs,
not Silver City. What's I'm thinking Flash.
Oh, Central City. Is it Central City?
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah,
cool.
it is.
If it's a villains game, it'd be cool if they had Bloodhaven on there. It's some location that pops up in DC Comics. It's where, like, mercenaries and shit. Or is that? Wait a minute. Is that? No, that's DC. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Marvel has Marvel has a similar town in it, but I think it's called like Madripoor or something like that.
I just know I'm super excited for this game.
I think it's just interesting they went with the supervillains theme. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a nice, refreshing change of pace. I'm sure there'll be plenty of heroes on there. They got to fill the space somehow.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like by the end of the game, the heroes are going to end up having to beat the villains, or vice versa, or something.
Well, it'd be cool if they did like usually in the other games, when you unlock the villain characters, you got to buy them. You don't just unlock them. Most of them, and not all of them, but it'd be cool if they reversed that and did that with this game, where
yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? I have to buy all the good guys, and you unlock all the bad guys.
You don't have Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman like right away.
Yeah, they're like special to the. That'd be cool if that's how they approached it.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, when you get that, are you gonna stream that when you get that, or are you gonna wait till you play through it and get a little more comfortable with it?
I think I'm gonna play through it once first, and then I'll record a playthrough of it.
Cool. So I'd be excited to see that because I won't be able to buy it for a little while still. Well, let me rephrase that. I won't have the time to play it right now if I buy it, so I don't.
Oh, I'm not gonna have the time to play it either, but I'm gonna make myself play it because I'm so busy working on TG Dub.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was the stuff you sent me this weekend. The tournament stuff was pretty interesting to see the results.
Oh yeah, no spoilers.
No. That's a different episode of the ROMcast. We'll get to that eventually. Just know that it's coming for you.
And there's some of those big surprises, like really big surprises,
or really small, depending on how you want to.
Hey, no spoilers.
You caught us. It's midgets. It's
Yep.
all midgets. The next season of TGW's. Is that the what's the PC word now? Is it little people? It changes.
It's going to be headed up by El Torito and Hornswoggle.
There you go. Hornswoggle's like the figurehead for the entire. It's really interesting setup. You guys are gonna check it out.
A bull and a leprechaun walk into a bar.
And everybody turn the channel.
No, man. Have you ever seen that WLC match? It was on before Extreme. It was on like the Extreme Rules kickoff show a couple years ago.
WLC? No, I didn't see that.
WLC. It was between Hornswoggle and El Torito. Dude, I'm telling you, go back and watch it. It is genius the way they pulled that match off.
I was gonna say I think I would remember seeing that if I had seen it.
It's on like Extreme Rules 2017 or 16. I don't remember which, but it's on the kickoff show. So.
The midgets will have their day finally, or had their day finally. Well, before we get on down the rabbit hole on midgets, let's move on to
Oh, BananaROMa TV, ladies and gentlemen.
You never know where it's gonna go.
The most controversial channel on Twitch.
Dun, dun, dun.
So let's move on to Friday with Kingdom Hearts, shall we?
We shall.
Sure.
If we must.
Kingdom Hearts this week, we got through Neverland. We did the Hercules Cup. And we installed the Navi G piece to enter Hollow Bastion.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means.
Really close to the end of the game. Yeah, I know you don't know what that means because you still haven't played it. And I told you I'm going to make sure that changes.
I was gonna say I don't know what it means, but whatever it is, Felix sounds pretty impressed. So we'll go with that.
Well, I'm still going completely enhancement free too until level 60.
Oh,
So
I forgot.
Yeah, no. I think I saw that I have an EXP necklace on, but I think that's the only thing that I have on. Just to gain levels faster.
Cheater!
Yeah, I know. What can I say? But,
How dare you make your rules that you created or break your rules that you made up for yourself?
I know, right? I'm such a horrible person.
Oh.
Terrible.
At least you admit it.
Yep. That's why I play everything on easy except this mother effing proud mode file of Kingdom Hearts, and I'm still working through. Oh man, it is so brutal.
Well, it's cool you're doing both. You ended up doing both of them though. It's very apropos going to the next one.
Yeah.
Kind of like with the Lego Marvel superheroes. It's a nice bit of continuity. I can't wait to see the third one, man. I'm excited for people for the third one coming out because I know how long that it's been. People have been talking about it. And it looks,
let me tell you. Yeah, because I'll stream my original playthrough of that. Kingdom Hearts 2 coming up is my first playthrough. So, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to have to be my very first playthrough.
It just
nuts.
when there's so much time between sequels and the technology has like changed as much as it has and things have evolved as much as they have. I mean, you start to wonder like it's like the difference between playing God of War 2 on PS2 versus playing like the new God of War on PS4. It's like it's a completely different. It's better in a lot for the most part, but it's just so much more advanced. I'm interested to see how this game is adapted to the newer technology, especially since Disney's owned so much more of the entertainment world. They have more to play with now.
Watching Kingdom Hearts was funny. I was like, oh, I don't remember it looking like this. Not that it looks bad, but
What was originally that was a was that PS2 or PS1 that one came on?
It was PS2.
Okay. Well, shit, the PS2 had a pretty dramatic hardware jump. I mean, their game toward the end. I mean, after a certain point, there's some PS2 games that are really beautiful.
mm-hmm.
And then you compare it to some of the earlier ones that are they're not bad, but you can tell that it was not as advanced. It's such an epic set of games. It's one of the most popular games out there.
Yeah, it is. And I plan on getting Kingdom Hearts 2.8 before I get 3, so I can play Dream Drop Distance
Now,
before I play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Is that a different, like, what is that, like a DLC thing, or?
It's another, like, non-main series title.
Okay.
It's like Birth by Sleep and, like, Coded and all those other ones that came out for, like, DS and what have you.
You played through all those, didn't you? Or you said that...
I played through Birth by Sleep with all 3 characters. That's going to air next season. Coded and I don't remember. Oh, 358 over 2 days on the Kingdom Hearts collections for PS4. All they have up is movies. So it's like you get to see the story, but you don't get to play the game, which is kind of a kick in the ass. But and then Chain of Memories, I just won't touch.
That's the card game one, right?
Yeah, I hate the gameplay. I won't play it.
I won't do it.
I was just kind of surprised because I know being a Magic player, I don't know what I've never played the game myself. The Kingdom Hearts.
No,
game.
no, it's nothing like that.
Okay.
Like 0. Like you would go to attack, and you pick a card, and that's just how much damage you deal.
Oh.
And the cards will range from like 1 to 9 or whatever. And then you have to recharge your cards, and it's a real pain in the ass gameplay style.
Well, it's a double-edged sword. It's cool when a series, especially a series like that has as many followers as that, they're willing to try different things, but you can't always please everybody. God of War. No, I'm sorry, Onimusha. They actually have a couple games. Well, God of War has a couple off main series games, but they're pretty much the same type of gameplay. But like, there's a Onimusha game that's like, unlike the other ones that are like action. Yeah, I don't know what you would call them. These games are more like it's like a turn-based, like like Ogre Tactics for SNES or something like, or what was it, Final Fantasy Tactics?
Yeah.
Complete.
Yeah.
Not really my cup of tea, but it's cool that they did something. Or even Doom, if you ever seen or played, which I haven't got a chance to play a Doom RPG. It's like it's like an actual RPG game, versus a straight up FPS. So I'm sure some of the fans.
That's weird.
Yeah, I've looked into it. It's actually really popular. They did 2 of them, but I haven't found one to play it yet. I think it's maybe a mobile game.
I think so.
But it's cool when those big series do stuff like that. It can't always please everybody, but it gives you a new way to experience the story. And if you're already a big fan of that universe, and it's really neat to see that. But I'm sure everybody's happy they're finally coming out with a main title again.
Oh yeah. And it's coming out on Xbox.
Surprisingly, it seems like
Crazy.
I don't have any hate for Xbox like a lot of people do for some reason, but it does seem like a lot of the better titles this year have come out on PS4 so far. I guess the year's not over with yet.
Nope. Wait till the holiday season.
Oh yeah. It's almost here. Jah help us. Speaking of Jah helping us, how was Yo It's Midnight with Felix this week?
Oh, it was okay. Let's see what happened. I played. Let's see, I had some stuff going on this week, so I played something that I recorded a while ago called Resident Evil Noir. Now I made like a movie of this. I didn't play the movie. I just played the raw files, which is pretty much just a full playthrough of Resident Evil 2, but it's just really high contrast.
It's pretty cool.
It looks cool.
The whole Noir thing.
I saw that in the Twitch videos. I wondered what that was.
Yeah, I recorded it to make a movie, which I made, but it's weird. It's not in its final form. So I played those as some filler, but it works out. It's cool to watch. I think the game looks awesome that way. And then on Wednesday night, or Thursday morning, whatever. Midnight's a weird time. This was something else I recorded, but I recorded it specifically for the show, and that was a segment I call Knifing Around in Resident Evil 2. Now, last week Todd made a joke about playing through Resident Evil games with the knife, and I actually did beat Resident Evil HD with the knife, but Resident Evil 2 is a different kind of beast. So I took the challenge, and I read a guide, and I started playing it. The guide is like, hey, you should just, when you first start doing this, just try to kill every zombie in every room that you get to. So that's what inspired Knifing Around.
I mean, that's the only weapon in the game where you can freely go around and kill people without having to worry about finding ammo for it.
No ammo, exactly. It's always there. The guide was like, here, think about it this way. You're faster, you have a weapon, and you have a brain. You have the advantage over the zombies. It's not always that way, though. I mean, sometimes the terrain isn't your friend.
Yeah, and sometimes there's lickers.
Lickers, I'm just running past those guys.
Have you seen
Oh, go ahead.
Have you seen the images from the remake of Resident Evil 2?
I watched some gameplay, and it looks incredible.
Yeah.
I'm psyched for that game.
I thought the lickers looked really scary on there, really freaky.
I liked that they were showing parts of the police station, and you're looking at it, and it looks very familiar, but it's different at the same time. I don't know.
You know, man,
like some of the hallways, it's like, I know what hallway this is, but there's, it's bigger, or there's things added to it.
I might end up breaking down and playing that one when it comes out. Resident Evil 2, I think, is the only one I ever fully beat all the way. One, I got close, but I got frustrated toward the end. And then 3... I'm sorry, not 3. What was it? Code Veronica. I got halfway through it, and then once again I got frustrated and just stopped. So those games are not my cup of tea. But I remember really liking number 2.
2's good, and 7 was a lot of fun. It was different, but in the similar vein as like the original games. Now, Resident Evil 2 has this like third person over the shoulder perspective, which is kind of reminiscent of like Resident Evil 4 or like Gears of War. Actually, a lot of games do that anymore.
Yeah.
Is The Last of Us kind of has that, doesn't it? I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. It's not like complete first person.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
Last
to
Last
Resident
of Us
Evil
is
2.
more third person than anything.
Oh yeah, well this new Resident Evil 2 is third person.
Yeah, I don't know which one I like more. I was playing Battlefront. Well, by the way, I started playing Battlefront. It does have a campaign mode.
Nice.
You can switch in and out of third and first person. I don't know, man. Each one has their advantage, I guess.
Yeah, you know, I've been playing Fallout, and there's times in that game when I strictly use first person, and there's times when I use third person. It just kind of depends on what I'm doing.
Maybe it's just a wave of the future.
Sorry.
I can't wait till they have eighth person point of view. Maybe it's just a wave of the future. I can't wait till they have eighth person point of view. I mean, that's what I'm waiting for.
Eighth person.
I mean, I'm not even in the same state they're playing this game in.
It's ridiculous.
I wonder what. It's weird because it took me a while to get used to that over the shoulder thing. Because Dead Space, you know, Batman's like that, Dead Space is like that. Now that I'm used to it, though, I don't even really. I pick it up pretty fast. You know, The Last of Us, I think I got the basic controls down pretty quick. That game's just all stealth anyway, so far.
It is a lot of stealth.
Which actually I didn't get to play it this week. I was kind of bummed. I did Doomsday this week, and I did play Doom 3. Levels 5 through 10. But unfortunately I had to be up for work Friday morning, so I had to cut it off a little early. So I'm going to get back to that next week.
Nice.
But this week was just, it was the second installation of Doomsday. Did Alpha Labs 2, 3, 4, the Enpro plant, and the communication facility. So it's a good time. The game, once again, when you haven't played it in a while, it is a little freaky, because I don't remember where everything's at. I'm like, man. Well, you'll kind of half remember that there's something coming up, but you can't remember what it is. So, man, I know something horrible happens here, but I just don't know, you know. So it was kind of a short episode. It wasn't short. It still took a couple hours. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, super short. But I had Last of Us set up. And by the time I was done, I think it was like 11:30 or something. I'm like, man, I'll regret this in the morning if I start doing this now. Like,
right.
I was so close. I'm like, I can play for at least a couple hours.
No, that game will suck you in.
Well, I just really got to a point where the game's starting to get, like, I'm actually getting more involved with the play. You know, up to this point, it's been a lot of, like, tutorial type, getting used to the game type of stuff. Now I'm actually in the story. I'm starting to get, like that. The last room I did before I stopped playing last week took me a little, like I said last Sunday, it took a little while to get used to it, because it's just, you know, I went into it thinking, man, I play Batman, I'd be good at stealth. And it's just not, it's similar, but not. I don't know, it's weird.
It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid. Honestly.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. I've never actually played the Metal Gear games.
I mean, those are like stealth action games. They like are heavily stealth games.
Well, I'm hoping, because I'm really digging the story. I'm hoping I get a little more into the gameplay, because like I said, I think it's so alien to the other games that I've been playing lately. It's such a different change of pace.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds me more of a Resident Evil style. You know, I mean, more of a conserve your ammo, get past everything, don't fight it. Which is, you know, not the type of game I usually play. So that's coming to a thing. I gotta get used to that too, because I was getting frustrated the other night. I'm like, God damn, that's about the third time I died in that room. I'm like, oh, stupid clicker.
Clickers are a bitch, man.
Well, because it was moving past me. It was walking past me, but I was completely still. But I like moved the camera angle, thinking like, and as soon as I did that, the thing was on me. I was like, oh, stupid motion sensor asshole, or motion sensor assholes. But it's cool so far. The story in and of itself, all the gameplay on the side, the story is pretty compelling.
I love the story. The story's so good.
It's atmospheric too.
Yeah. And I kind of like how it takes a similar vibe to like a lot of the zombie games and movies out there, but it does and it doesn't. Like when they fast forward, yeah, they're living in kind of a wasteland setup, but they're not. It's not like a complete dystopia. There's some type of order there, even if it's like, not what it was.
Right.
Plus, I really like the fact that the zombies... I don't even know if zombie is the right word for it. Infected?
Infected, yes.
I think the whole fungus aspect, I can't wait to learn more about that. Because I think that's a really interesting take on that type of enemy. Especially when you... I think that's a more realistic in a lot of ways. I mean, people get mold, have weird reactions to molds and fungus and shit. I mean, like... I can't wait to get more into the meat and potatoes of that story. But yeah, I'll be picking that up with that next Thursday. We'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, this week it was just Doomsday, which is worth checking out on its own. It's part of the season-long playthrough, but didn't get to do both parts. But all goes well. Next week we'll be back on schedule. And speaking of which, we didn't get to do multiplayer Friday this week either, because A, Felix had stuff, and B, even if Felix could have done it, I was not in a position where I could have streamed Friday night, so it sucked. Because I still wanted to stream something, Arkham, but by the time everything got going down over here, it did, and it was already like 12 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I'm tired. Like,
yeah.
But see, once one of the streams I did get to catch this week, and I was so happy because I was excited to see it, was a retro first timer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Metroid?
Let me tell you. I felt like what I was doing on Metroid, the way I was playing the game, made it a little bit easier than playing Mega Man.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if you die, that's it. You're way back to the beginning.
Yo.
Nintendo hard.
Yeah. Dude, I'm watching you play. I'm like, I remember the nightmare that is playing this game. You can't crouch and shoot. You start off with like not that much life. You don't start off with full life. The way the enemies come at you, you're so hard to dodge and get out of the way. I mean, dude, it's...
Your gun doesn't even fire like halfway across the screen.
No.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I was trying to help him find the long beam, but it's been so long since I played through that version of the game. I couldn't remember where it was at.
Yeah, that game was brutal and unforgiving.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I have to break topic for a second. Todd?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know the marina in town?
Yes.
Apparently, it was purchased by Rhino.
Rhino, the wrestler Rhino?
Yeah!
Wow, that's... I mean, I know he's from Michigan, but that's still pretty random. Like, he's from, like, Detroit or something, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he doing something with it, or does he just own the property now?
Shared on Instagram with the caption, "I'm happy to announce October 10th I purchased a marina in Monroe, Michigan. I'm so happy to say I named it Big Daddy's Boatyard."
Cool. I'd try to go down there, see if I can see him someday. That'd be interesting. I mean, he has to be hard to miss.
The marina has 69 docks. You could go over there and you could probably meet him in Slater.
Yeah. Like I say, it wouldn't be hard
That's so cool.
Probably wouldn't be hard to find him. At least not Rhino, anyway. A short, overly muscular dude walking around.
Right.
You don't see too many of them
Big
around
Daddy's
here.
Boatyard.
That's apropos. That's a good name.
It really is. I'm sorry I broke topic.
Celebrity status. Oh, that's all good. I mean, it's not every day that something like that happens in Monroe. I mean,
Right.
Now that's funny. Which one did you? Aren't there like multiple marinas?
I don't know. I would guess you'd have to
That's funny, dude.
drive around and... Because I know there's the one down on the east
Big
side.
Daddy's boats. Big Daddy's marina.
that's sweet. For a minute there, I thought you were talking about up there.
No.
He
Oh,
bought
no,
something.
no, no.
I was gonna say that's why I was saying I'm like that's kind of. But I mean, it kind of makes sense because it's such a big tourist area up there. It's not like it'd be that crazy of a thing. You know what I mean? Like
Right, but flipping Monroe?
I don't know. Like I say, he's from Detroit or somewhere around there. So hell,
Yeah.
maybe he used to come down here when he was growing up. You know, like that's weird.
That's possible. So, back to Metroid. Yeah, frickin' Nintendo hard, man, but I was enjoying it. It's another one that I could see myself going back to and, like, learning the timing and all that jazz. Seeing if I could get better at it.
Save states.
Yeah, that's
Save
what.
states
Yeah.
would make that game better.
We'll get to it in a little bit. That's what makes me think that next week you're gonna really enjoy the game you're playing, because if you're saying that about the original Metroid, even with all of its unfortunate flaws, then you're gonna fall in love next week.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
I almost forgot to mention we had a special edition of TGW Turnbuckle Talk this week.
Yes, we did.
Special draft edition. That was a lot of fun. It was just
Oh, man. Let me tell you. The draft was a lot of fun. And if you pay attention to the channel and you are a TGW fan, we did go back. I mean, the draft wasn't officially ended, because we traded afterward. We both ended up with 73 total roster members. So
yeah, it's gonna be pretty. And what's crazy is we still could have kept adding people. Like,
yeah, we dropped a ton of people.
well, I think we mentioned on here before about the 3 shows, didn't we? Not in like great detail.
That we were gonna run 3 shows.
Yeah, unfortunately, due to a how would you explain it? A gaming
Glitch.
a glitch or an unforeseen circumstance with the universe mode, which I guess none of us ever tried to. Neither of us ever looked into it before. We never had a reason, you know. So
Right, we were never gonna run 3 shows before.
yeah,
So yeah, in case anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, well, in case you don't know what TGW is our wrestling show that we will start running in January for the preseason tournaments, and then the TGW season will officially kick off on Slob Day, which is going to end the official BTB season. And what we were going to do was run 3 shows and not be the general managers like we were last year. We were going to share the responsibilities for all 3 shows. Unfortunately, since we're going to have a heavyweight title going between all the shows, WWE 2K19 will only allow you to set any individual championship to a maximum of 2 shows. So we decided to bite the bullet and shop the roster. So we could only run 2 shows and still have a small enough roster to be able to get everybody time, TV time, more or less.
Yeah.
But man, I'm looking at our post-draft roster. So the people that we're not using, and it is massive.
Yeah, I mean the third show I did, I think would work really well because they have so many people. In a way, I am kind of glad we're going back to doing it the way we were. Just because.
So am I.
Doing the GM thing is pretty fun.
Yeah, because then we get to bicker and we get to see who's got the better roster and yada yada yada.
Well, what I'm excited for is this season with us. We're not using, SmackDown and Raw and all. We come up with completely original show names and everything. I mean, like, what we're hoping to do next year is do a season with original characters too. That just takes a lot of work.
Yeah, that's going to be a long, hard creative process if we do that.
I would just feel better to be out from underneath the umbrella of copyright terror.
Oh, I mean, we're airing on Twitch. Twitch is a gaming website. I don't think we would ever get in any kind of trouble because tons upon tons of people air WWE games on Twitch. But if we wanted to be just a little bit safer,
yeah. I mean, it's not like we're it's like we were selling the episodes off or something like that. And we're very clear on everything that these are WWE
yes,
intellectual property. In no way, shape, or form do we try to pretend like no one's gonna know where the original Raw or SmackDown came from. No, we came up with this stuff. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Now we can say that.
TG Dub.
TG Dub. Yeah, we're gonna do a special ROMcast episode, like, when it gets closer. just to break, really go through what we're doing. Really get more detail.
Actually, I want to talk to you when we're done here about doing another special edition podcast.
Okay.
For Terminal Talk. Cool. But yeah, TGW Season 2 is coming.
Hype.
But in the meantime, we'll continue to. We're gonna have podcasts up until the end of the year. That'll be every Tuesday.
And more content. I'm gonna start career mode and towers and showcase mode and stuff like that.
I will run my universe. That's why I was gonna do that Friday night. I didn't. I didn't have time. Someday this week I'm gonna, maybe even tomorrow night when I stream.
That's something else I want to talk to you about, is how you're going to do the 2K19 universe.
I haven't really even put any... I haven't had time to even put any brain power into it yet.
No, I figured.
I did get out there and poke around, but... I'll get to it, though. Eventually.
Oh, yeah.
It's on my long list. Did Keezy stream this week?
She did. She streamed Octopath Traveler.
Excellent. How's her progress in that game so far?
Seems to be pretty steady.
I saw a little bit of that, and it looked like I almost wanted to compare it. Like, obviously, visually a lot better, but conceptually, just the part that I saw looked a lot like Final Fantasy VI. Am I wrong?
No, I wouldn't. No, I don't think you're wrong. I think the art style is very reminiscent of the 16-bit era of RPGs.
Okay. That's another game that I feel like I should play again.
It looks a
Kefka.
lot like the Final. Yeah, 6. It looks like a lot of the Final Fantasy games of that time.
The pictures I saw of it had pretty cool throwback feel.
This is what she told me. She said most people apparently go through the game and just go, okay, there's 8 different stories. Hence the name Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
You can pick one of 8 characters and then go through their story. Apparently most people just go through one story. Keezy's been collecting all the characters, so if you watch it, she has like 6 people following her around. It's ridiculous.
That's awesome.
That's one I haven't seen yet. As far as her playing it.
Man, this game looks cool. I want to play it.
Yeah, she streams. She's been streaming at 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock.
10. Yeah, 10. This one's 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, she gets pretty good chunk of time on a lot of those, man. I've seen some of her games 5-6 hours and shit. Like,
Yeah, she recorded something today that was like 3 hours long.
Well, I'm glad she's digging it, and she's I know streaming for her, like a lot of people, what she was nervous about. Does my voice had to be on there? Does my face have to be on there? Blah blah blah.
Right.
It takes a while to get. Sometimes it takes. I mean, I didn't really care too much. I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah, definitely. And she had someone come in and like hang out the whole time, which is always a good feeling.
Yeah, when you get friendly people in there who are actually like, who are just trying to make conversation, not trying to be douchebags.
Mm-hmm.
It adds the experience. I mean, I guess that's what we're trying to do. Is connect with people, and it's
totally.
When we did I think it was during Crash Bandicoot the other day, or Control Freaks at some point. I looked down the chat room and one or two of the people, the newer followers, had popped in to say hi.
Oh, nice.
It was pretty. King's Honor X and Hungry Snake, maybe. So
cool.
That was pretty neat.
King's Honor rings a bell. The Hungry Snake's not.
He's
I don't know that one.
He's the one that I raided the other night.
Okay.
And he was just like a random person. He was playing Destiny. And
oh, here's Hungry Snake. Cool.
So I don't think we had too much for the... I streamed a little bit of Arkham, I believe, this week. I know I didn't get a chance to do a lot of extra streaming, unfortunately. I wanted to. I'm going to try and make that up this coming week, but... It's getting up early in the morning, man. I can't burn the candle at both ends like I used to, and it makes me depressed.
Yo.
I had to fight to stay up late now, and it's almost like I'm like, why am I even staying up? It's like, oh yeah, because my stream's called Insomniac Hours. So I was thinking about starting at 8 o'clock.
You need to start calling it top of the morning hours.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Or quotation marks. Insomniac Hours. Put Insomniac in quotations.
Wow, you should do that.
Hey, when we started doing it, it was 12 to 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
That
a
that
lot
changed.
Of our shows. Same. My show too.
Yeah, and even Control Freaks, we used to start at midnight. That was back in the old times.
Back then.
So I'm hoping, yeah, knock on wood, I'm hoping I'm gonna try to make up for lost time this week. Stream some. I'm trying to continue my game on Arkham. There's some other stuff I want to do too. So, knock on wood, I can get on there. So, the next week coming up, I'm hoping to be a little more involved in general. Like you're saying at the top of the show, we hadn't really had a chance. We were kind of out of contact this week. We all had stuff going on. I mean, we did everything went off without a hitch, but normally a little more passing information back and forth.
Yeah. True.
But I'm excited, for this week coming up. I'm excited. We got so many of these BTV Present shows are just rolling on. We got some getting ready to finish, some starting new episodes or new games.
5 days a week, boys.
5 days a week. So I'm looking forward to it. I know next week, you gotta be getting close to the end of Mother 3, right?
I don't know. This game's pretty long.
Right. Well, you of all people should know. I don't know, man. It could go on forever.
No, it goes. There's a bit left. This game is the pacing on it's strange. The first 3 chapters are the introduction of the game. Then chapter 4, you go and get your crew, and then chapter 5, you go on one quest. By the time you get to chapter 7, you go off on like something happens, and then you have to go take care of that. And then it's like, in Earthbound, there's 8 locations you have to visit.
Something like that.
In this game, there's these needles you have to pull for. I'm not gonna get into it because of spoilers. But so there's intro, and then this game you think you're playing, and then some shit goes down. So it's well, now you got to pull all these needles before the world ends. So there's quite a bit left. This next week coming up, we're continuing chapter 5. Here, I wrote a description. Oh glob. In this one, the gang hits the highway in a slightly used pork bean. And then, something mysterious is occurring at Thunder Tower. And a guy who definitely has no spoilers going on about him at all makes an appearance. So, yeah, this game's crazy. And this episode is another one where we're kind of exploring the world. There's this giant highway being built, so we're exploring that. Ultimately, we're supposed to go to Thunder Tower, and that place is crazy. It's a tower that they can literally, controls the weather. They can summon thunder with it.
Definitely a very interesting game, man.
It is. It's got a really good story. Always the story's progressing, and there's new aspects of it unfolding. So, I also wrote this in the description. Don't miss the intrigue this week on Mother 3, on Game Boy Advance, on TV, on Twitch, on the internet. So, yes, tune in for that.
I like the word intrigue. That's a good word for it.
Intrigue.
Now with Until Dawn, I know that's a shorter game, so that one's probably about halfway through now.
Well, we're gonna hit now. The game play goes spread over 10 hours. So we've done the first 4 hours, and we're gonna do hours 5 and 6 this week.
Okay.
Nice.
So once again, I can't guarantee everyone's gonna stay alive.
He'll do his best, though.
I will say I did get a chance to see some shots of the graphics for that game, and you're right. For some reason, even now, knowing better, when you say the name of the game, I'm for some reason thinking it's like a... I don't even know what to compare it to, like a Maniac Mansion or something, like an old-style game. I don't know why I keep thinking that. I see pictures of it, and I'm like, whoa. Yeah, this isn't what I thought it was. This is way better.
Oh yeah, graphically, dude, that game is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff going on. I know like we said, we're continuing with Crash Bandicoot. I'm sorry, God. So many weeks now of saying that. Super Mario World 2.
Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island. Which, to be frank, I don't even remember how far we got in that game. I know we didn't beat it.
No, the first week we beat the first level and then half of the second level. I think there's 8 different levels in that game, or stages, whatever you want to call them. think we got to the fourth. I think we got about halfway through the game.
So that'd be that. We're going to continue our journey there next week. That's a lot less painful to watch in the beginning than the Crash Bandicoot was.
Yeah, true.
We have our continuation of Super Mario. I swear, I'll get this right eventually. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
Yay.
Yes.
Now, at least
I just checked the video. We get through level 9 this week.
You said that's what, 15, like the other game?
Yep. So nice. We're gonna play through 5 different levels this week.
Is the Inhumans level one of them?
I'm not positive.
Man, what I wouldn't give for you to have a microphone on for that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, the rage was real. And then when I figured it out, I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to kick myself in the face. Idiot.
Those games do that to you, man. I've been guilty of that many a time. Getting stuck at something when you finally figure it out, you're like, fucking really?
And that's exactly why I'm going to play through Supervillains before I record it.
Well, at least for the viewer, there's a lot of pro to you playing it during the first playthrough. Hey, I'm doing it with The Last of Us. You get to see me fail miserably over and over again as I learn what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back this week and probably watch the full video of the first one, the first night.
I don't think I did like horrible, but then again I haven't gotten to anything like super challenging yet either. That like the thing I did at the end of the last week's episode was the first like real big enemy spot that I dealt with.
Felix, have you played any further in that yet?
No, I have not.
God, there's a couple very, very specific parts that I cannot wait for you two to both play through. Because they're just, oh my god, they drove me insane.
I'd say, if anything, I'm excited to get back to it. I'm digging the scenery. I know that's not a thing to say, but like, they're in the city's all fucked up. And they're going through like this, I don't know if it's broken in half building, but it's like falling down. And it looks so cool.
It's beautifully chaotic.
Yes. The attention to detail on everything is it's so awesome. And it fits the overall vibe of the story, you know. Very close to having a lot of the same like features as a lot of the other zombie movies, but there's a different, I don't know, this one has a different vibe to it, which is another reason I'm digging it, because I'm not shy about the fact that I hate zombies. I'm sick of zombies. I don't ever want to see I don't say I ever want to see a zombie show or movie again, but it's done to death.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me, The Walking Dead is actually premiering right now.
God damn it. No. Kill it. Well, they're dying slowly.
I have not watched. I watched the first episode of last season, and I haven't watched any further than that. I gotta watch it on Netflix.
Someday I'll probably try to watch all of it, go through it at least once, because I watched the first season of it. It was an interesting show. I mean, I can't lie. The way they did it, the zombies were almost like they weren't the central focus of everything. Exactly.
Right.
Which I guess that's what drew that show to a lot of people to that show in the first place. But I don't know how we got on zombies, but oh yeah, tomorrow I forgot where you said you were going on Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts, we're gonna do some more 8000X speed grinding.
That's the best kind of grinding.
We're gonna go unlock a bunch of White Trinities, and we're gonna finish up Hollow Bastion.
Nice.
So there's a lot to be done.
Yeah, I wish I could chime in on that, but I don't really I recognize some of the places because they're Disney places, but
Yeah, Hollow Bastion was brand new for the game.
it just reminds me when I used to sit and listen to people talk about Warcraft. It's like it's like someone speaking to you in a language you understand every third word or so. And like I kind of know what you're getting at, but I don't exactly know what you're saying.
If you understand every third word about World of Warcraft, you understand more than I do, sir.
But dude, I was surrounded by people who played that game, like hardcore played it, like 16 hours at a time, kind of playing. I never tried it because I didn't want to get sucked into it. I knew I didn't have the time to play the way I wanted to.
Yeah.
I got real cold. There's one night I sat down with one of my friends had me account set up on a laptop, and I don't remember why I didn't start doing it, but I actually was gonna make an effort to learn how to play the game. But que sera, sera. I'd be so helplessly behind now, it would drive me nuts. I wouldn't be able to enjoy it. There's so many expansions and shit.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely pointless to try it now.
Lost my train of thought there for a sec. Felix, what's your week looking like on the midnights?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because whereas last week on knifing around, where I was just like fighting zombies and dying, I started recording me going through the game with just the knife. So expect to see that on Monday night.
I tell you, man, if you haven't seen a Resident Evil playthrough with the knife, it's awesome.
Yeah,
because it's
been fun. Dude, my blood was pumping the other day. I was playing the game and I was like, oh god, I haven't felt like this playing this game in so long.
It's just a completely different approach to what you would normally see someone playing that game. Yeah, it's just as far as actually engaging, how you engage with the enemies and.
Yeah, the knife's like the first thing you put away in the box.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, fuck this thing.
But I guess not having all the other weapons gives you more room for
oh, it does actually. That's kind of been nice. So I'm like, oh, I can actually hang on to more stuff.
Herb. Get you some more herb.
Some more of them herb.
Some of those red herb. Get that red herb, baby. From Jamaica.
Mix it with the green one.
Oh.
That's where it's at.
Healing up zombie bites? Like what? Okay. Well, I guess we'll continue the zombie theme with Resident. I swear, with The Last of Us. Like I said, not much to say. I'm gonna try to get my goal is to knock out a good 5 to 6 hour block this week. That would be idea. That's what the idea that I'm going for. So we'll see. At the very least, like 4 or 5 hours. But I really want to dig into the game. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it before the end of the month, but I would like to try to use these last couple of weeks to really get as close as I can. And I'm hoping that I pick it up. I get more comfortable with the stealth and that and go a little quicker with it instead of having to do a room, 3 or 4 times. Multiplayer Friday this week. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will. I don't know. It's up in the air.
It's always up in the air. I don't know why. It seems like it's almost like the defense against the dark arts position in Harry Potter.
It's a curse.
Yeah, it's like
You know what I want to do? I want us both to get the PS Plus, so we can just do multiplayer 2K against like the AI.
Ooh. I think I
go and run some TG Dub tag team matches, and
I do need to learn how to play the game. I mean, I've owned the game. I think besides up at your house, I think I've played it like 2 other times. And I just enjoy setting the matches up and watching them because it's, the graphics and stuff have gotten so much better. It's like watching a damn match, and B, you don't know who's gonna win. You don't
Right.
you don't get that in real wrestling. I mean, you don't always know who's going to win when you're watching it, but it's predetermined. This is like literally random. Just the craziest.
As is evident by some of these tournament matches.
Exactly. Exactly. Turnbuckle talk this week. I'm not sure what we got coming up. We got a.
Oh, Turnbuckle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Today,
Submissions.
Turnbuckle talk will be our episode number 6, which is our favorite submissions list, and it's going to be the first episode with actual 2K19 gameplay.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, we were able to find.
So yeah, it was. It took me like literally all day today to get it edited together. So.
Well, I couldn't believe they had every move but that one particular move, and.
Oh man, I'm so mad about that.
And if you would have told me of all the moves we listed on that show, that would not have been one of them that I would have picked. It wouldn't be on there. It's been on every other game since that person was.
That I can remember, yeah. And I tried finding it under different names, and it's just not there.
C'est la vie. That's gonna be another fun episode. I would check that one out. We're back to our normal format with that as far as the list discussion. Which
format's gonna be getting a little bit different though here pretty soon. So
yeah, we got a couple ideas we were discussing that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Still got about 2 months to the end of the year, so got a lot of stuff we can cover.
Oh yeah.
Retro first timer this week.
Retro first timer this week is going to be Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo.
Dude, I think you're gonna love this game.
I hope so, man. I really do.
Like everything you didn't like about the other Metroid game, you don't deal with in this game.
That would be friggin' glorious.
I mean, there's a reason that people to this day are still speedrunning it and obsessively playing it. It's just the graphics are beautiful, the story's beautiful, the gameplay is beautiful. I mean, it's just I can't say enough good stuff about it. And I'd be really
excited to play it.
Dude, you should be.
Super Metroid is great.
I mean, it's especially. I mean, if you're into those kind of games, that searching. I mean, to me, the planet just feels so big, and it's so I don't know, and it's cool because in that game you go back to places. You're on the same planet you were in the first game, but it's after the events of the first game. So
well, I'll never know all of the events of the first game until I beat it. So.
I'm telling you, play Zero Mission. I mean, that's not exactly the same ending, but it's close enough. You get the gist. Well, I take that back. They had the boss fight from the original game is in there, but there's another part of the story they added for that game. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm hoping I should be home. I think I'm off Wednesday, so I definitely want to watch that. And it'd be cool if I could catch. I gotta get up early Tuesday morning. I'm gonna try to catch Keezy if I can. See some of our Octopath Traveler playing.
Oh, this week it's actually gonna be.
Because I'm always at work.
Oh yeah. This week it's a little different. It's gonna be Stardew Valley.
Oh, nice.
She wanted to switch it up.
I don't blame her.
No, you gotta change it up sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I had to do for a little bit yesterday. Doing so much TGW stuff, recording matches and everything. Mm-hmm. I was like, I just need to grind on Kingdom Hearts for like a half an hour to look at something different.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, Stardew Valley. How long is it? It's 3 hours. So she's in the. This is for those who don't know, Stardew Valley is like farming simulator, I guess.
I guess that's a good way of putting it.
It's like Harvest Moon. I mean, pretty much just like a modern version of the same concept. She's in the 5th year of the game, and it's the winter, so she starts in winter, and then she begins the 6th year of the game. She's got quite the farm, because she's so far in.
I could see her being pretty meticulous about it, too.
Yeah, it's cool. I was like, man, you need to help me on Dwarf Fortress, Keezy.
She has a talent for that, like, I don't even know how you would put it. The word bureaucratic comes to mind just because it makes me think of Hermes Conrad, but the real organized, like, it's not even necessarily because of the organization. It's just her, like how she was approaching Breath of the Wild. She was more interested in certain aspects of that game where I think other people weren't necessarily paying much more attention.
Oh yeah, she was like the first one of all of us to unlock like the house you could get, and then there's a town, all these side quests to unlock this town to upgrade it and shit.
It's really cool seeing her and Kinsley B getting into gaming and actually finding games that they can dig, and really get into. And
yeah, I gotta get her to start recording more Lego Batman 3 so that we can air this season.
Yeah, I want to see that. It's just cool. It's just so cool knowing that they're getting more people involved. More the merrier.
True.
Oh, absolutely.
Just get them over their fear of streaming or being on camera. Not even being on camera, but like being live on mic and whatever. Well, you know what I mean. Not literally mic.
Being
well,
you know.
Not streaming anyway.
Yeah. Well, I guess alright.
Never mind.
Yeah. And like I said, I promise I'm going to try to get in some more extra streaming because I'm really trying to knock out all these. Not only am I trying to 100% the Batman part of Arkham City, but I'm trying to go through and do all the Catwoman, Nightwing, and Robin campaigns and missions and so I mean that's a lot of shit, so plenty to do. I'm still working my way through the second game, second storyline too, the hard version, so I'm gonna try to work on that. And plus I finally dug out my USB controller of course after I ordered a new one, but I'm gonna start going back to the emulator. There's some stuff I want to start playing. I want to switch it up a little bit myself. And some RPGs and some, things of that nature. SNES, Nintendo, Game Boy, things like that.
Oh,
so.
Yeah,
that's why I think I might do some of these, like, PopCap games, just for... I mean, it's something completely different. The games are like... I was playing these games 10 years ago. So.
No, you should. I guess I used to do I used to stream the Titanic. We had the Titanic Hidden Expedition, I think it was called. And it was a cool thing to stream because it's real chill. You know what I mean? It's a hidden item game. You're just looking for stuff. Like it's just it is a nice change of pace. And who knows? That's why you have to follow us at Twitch. Go to twitch.tv/BananaROMa and turn notifications on, because not only are we live streaming pretty much 7 days a week. We don't always have something going on Saturday. I try to get on there when I can, but at least 6 days a week we're live. But other than that, we're always trying. Somebody might hype on. I might get a new game and want to screw around with it. Somebody might, like Evil Penguin was saying, I might get, hey, I got these old games I haven't played in a while. We should try these. There's always something going on. So it's you definitely want to follow us and turn on notifications. And you can find links to all of our stuff at BananaROMaTV.com. As we said at the top of the show, Facebook and BananaROMa Television. You can holler at us at twitter.com/BananaROMa_TV, or you can hit us up individually on Twitter. I'm at Ottsmith311. Felix is at
Felix Loom.
an Evil Penguin.
Evil Penguin 1981.
Feel free to follow any and all of us on there. We all have similar tastes. We also have different personal tastes and things. We like Evil Penguin goes to a lot of sporting events. He lives up there, and works at Michigan Tech. Big Husky fan.
MTU.
MTU, MTU, MT. And Felix and I are always just posting just fucking weird shit. So whatever we feel like posting that at the moment.
Whatever kind of random shit.
Nothing too weird, but interesting. I'll use the word interesting.
There you go.
And please, right now, go and check us out on YouTube. We're trying to get the 100 subscribers so we can get our personal URL. So I don't have to keep telling you to find us. You have to go and look up Control Freaks. Hashtag Control Freaks.
While we've been on, I went and did hashtag Control Freaks, and a whole bunch of our videos pop up. So it's really, really easy to find us on YouTube.
Yeah, I have to
Hashtag
admit,
Control Freaks.
yeah, that's a good place to start. It's a good show to start with. But we're all over the place. We're all over the internet. Can't get rid of us, man. We're taking over.
Oh, we're
Try.
like the plague. Oh, too
We
early?
would love to hear from people who do the same thing we do. We're trying to get. I'm trying to be more involved with, rating other streams and stuff after I'm finished. Trying to keep up with other people's stuff. All of us work. Everybody's got a lot of stuff going on, but just trying to drop in other people's streams, say hi. Try to return the favor.
True.
Because we all, and like we said before, we appreciate all of our support. Last but not least, if you go to BananaROMa TV on Patreon, you can find out how you can help us there and what perks you can gain from that. Web money is greatly appreciated, and it goes right back in the channel. It pays for
Eventually, my Kingdom Hearts Proud mode will be up on there when I beat it.
On Patreon?
Yep.
Nice.
We have special videos we're doing just for Patreon, special content. We have different tiers. You can just, hey, for $1 a month, anything, we appreciate it. It helps us pay for our server, helps us pay for our website, and domain and hosting and everything. It helps us buy equipment when we need it. And we use it. Like I said, equipment for the channel. Everything we buy goes right back into it. So thank you once again out there.
And if I may, say thank you to our followers of the last week.
Yes.
Let's see. In reverse chronological order. Bart Z. Chittistung. Pikachu.
How do you spell it?
It's like you're having a stroke.
Chittis. It's CHITUSNG.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Pikachu Dude 2341. RRP 47. Hungry
Oh,
Snake.
actually, RRP 47 is my best friend.
Oh, well, we followed him back. We followed everybody back.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Hungry
Yep.
Snake.
I got us something. Yay!
Yay! The Silver Knight. Jonas 123 RTZ. And that's about it.
Are you sure that's it? There wasn't anybody else?
Oh, was I supposed to mention someone else?
Was that last week?
It doesn't matter. I'm not saying it.
Yeah. I was wondering if you would.
No.
Oh, stop it, you two.
Hey, we're just as mystified about it as anybody else. I just don't understand it, man. It's like some kind of Stockholm syndrome or something. I don't know.
It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Exactly. Well, this.
It's a disturbance in the faults.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, thank you to, and we had one new subscriber on YouTube this week, which is Hungry Snake.
Awesome.
I'm thinking about it's the thing. We are up to 74 now, so thank you to our new Twitch followers and all of our YouTube subscribers. Like I said, your support means everything, and we hope to be able to interact with you more in the future. But I think with that being said, I've gone a little long tonight. It's all good. We need to catch up a little bit, so we haven't talked much this week.
Oh yeah.
But we thank everybody for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow with BTV Presents. Actually, Felix, you said you're doing. I'm not doing obscure gaming tonight. You said you're doing something tonight.
I was thinking about it. I couldn't. I was like trying to figure out what to play still. I wrote a list. Skull Monkeys. I don't know. I'm thinking I'll do something. I'll figure it out. I'll be back on in like 15 minutes with something.
So there will be some streaming tonight. We'll have, as we were saying earlier, the next edition of Mother 3 tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock. And then I'll be doing some free streaming in the evening. And then Felix at midnight will be doing it's Midnight with Felix.
Tune in for Resident Evil 2, knife only.
Knifey knife, getting awfully stabby in here.
Let's see how far we can get.
It'll be a lot of fun. We hope you all join us. We hope you join us back here next week at 8-ish o'clock for the weekly ROMcast. We will eat, drink, and be merry and discuss all things BTV. But for this week, thank you everybody for joining us once again. I am OddSmith311 here with Felix and Loom.
Peace out.
And Evil Penguin Gaming.
Night, night.
And we will see you guys next time.